In this video, you will learn how to send your automated test results directly from CircleCI to TestRail and manage everything in a centralized manner. For that, I'm going to use a sample project which you can find on the TestRail GitHub repository. I've already cloned this project, and you can see it here in my local editor. In this project, I have the config.yaml file. This is the file that allows you to specify your processes in a structured manner and make use of CircleCI for each step of the way. So, let's go to the CircleCI interface. As soon as I log into CircleCI with my GitHub account, it automatically detects the projects I have there and gives me an option to set them up. This is the project I'm going to use, so I'm going to click on Setup Project. You'll find three different options here. The first one is the fastest option, in which it automatically detects the CircleCI config.yaml file and sets up the project based on this file. You also have the faster option, which is to commit a structured CI pipeline to a new branch, and the fast option, which takes you to the config.yaml file template to edit it. For demo purposes, I'm going to choose the fast option and click on Setup Project. You'll be given a bunch of options based on the build tool which you're using. In this example, I'm using Java with Maven. After you choose the right option for you, you will see the sample file. Now, I'm going to delete this and replace the content of this file with the one I have on my local system. I'm just copying the contents from this YAML file and pasting it in CircleCI. Now, let's try to understand the YAML file. Here you can see the workflow. And the name of the workflow is sample, but you can change it and give it a more meaningful name. In this workflow, there are two jobs. The first job is build and test, and the second one is install TestRail CLI and upload results. The second job is a downstream job that runs only after the execution of the first job. If you go to the configuration of the build and test job, first you will see the Docker image provided by CircleCI. This is the image in which all of the steps for build and test jobs will be executed. The first step is to install the particular version of the Chrome browser. The second step is to check out the code. And in the third step, it will build and run the tests using the command maven clean compile test. This command is going to run the tests and generate the test.junit.jupyter.xml file in the target folder. You will need this XML file to upload the test results to TestRail using the TestRail CLI. That's why I have this persist to workspace command giving the path where it should be saved to be used in the second job. And I'm targeting the root folder. So the first job is going to install the required browsers, check out the code, run the tests, and generate a JUnit XML file in the root folder. The second job is install TestRail CLI and upload the test results. Now, as you probably know, the TestRail CLI is built on Python. That's why I'm using a Python image, which is also an inbuilt image maintained by CircleCI. As part of the first step, I'm attaching the workspace saved in the previous job. It means that in the Automation Framework Integration folder, I'm going to have this test.junit.jupyter.xml file. Okay, after that, I'm running over some commands. The first one is pip install trcli, which will install the TestRail CLI on the Python image. Next command will call the TestRail CLI to parse the JUnit report generated in the previous steps and send the results to TestRail. There are a few mandatory arguments to pass along with the trcli-y command, such as your TestRail instance address and credentials, the project you want to report to, the title for your test run, and the path to the JUnit report. So in a nutshell, the second job has two parts. First, attaching the workspace, and then installing the CLI and uploading the test results to TestRail. Once you have this file configured, you just need to click on Commit and Run. As soon as you commit and run, it starts running the CircleCI images. So let's check out the execution. Now let's click on Build and Test to see the steps executed. So it's spinning up the environment, preparing the environment variables, installing different kinds of browsers, and then it's running tests available in the test folder. As a part of this step, it's also going to create a report in the target folder, and the persisting to workspace step to save the report. Now, if you go back to the workflow and click on the second job, you can see that it has already finished. The environment setup, which is related to the Python image, the environment variables, the attached workspace. And in the last step, it has installed the TestRail CLI and uploaded the results to TestRail directly from CircleCI. The TestRail CLI has processed 3 test cases in one section, checked the project, created a test run, and provided a link here to quickly check out the results in TestRail. So this is my TestRail instance, and here you can see the latest execution. If you click on the name of the test run, you'll see more details. There are 3 tests, and out of the 3 tests, 2 passed and 1 failed. So this is an invalid test, which I deliberately wanted to fail. By clicking on each test, you can see the results. For the failed test, you will have the exception, which is why this test case failed. Now that you've centralized your test results on TestRail, you can also aggregate both your manual and automated testing efforts on reports and even track test automation progress.